Greetings and welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. My name is Jody Domerstad. I'll be your teacher for the class. To my left is Sherry, to my right is Marty, and they'll be demonstrating and doing the class along with us. So this is a Vinyasa class. Vinyasa, V means to place, Yasa means something special. So in this class, we'll be placing our bodies, which is something so special and so sacred. So as you move through the class, remember that. Connect to your breath, move from your heart, and engage the physical body, never forgetting that you're placing something special. And we move the body to free the mind, to free the spirit, free the soul. And to start, I'd love if you can just bring your hands together in front of your heart, and you can either close your eyes or just close them halfway and just gaze down to take the external and quiet it down. Just turn inside and find your breath. And the breath is through the nose. So every inhale, you want to take the breath in through the nose and fill up the whole body. Fill the breath, moving the breath to the outer perimeter, to your shell, to your body, to the physical. And then as you exhale, keep the fullness and just let the breath leave through the nose. And we'll take just a few more breaths to let go of our day, to turn into the present, and so that we can focus on ourselves for the next 45 minutes. Take a few more breaths, inhaling, exhaling, and maybe you can set an intention for yourself, whether it's to stay connected as we move, or whether it's to just feel your body, or to be happy. It doesn't really matter. And we'll take one more deep breath in to set our intention. Exhale it out, and welcome. From here, we're moving into all fours. It's called cat-cow. So you can come on forward onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers. You want your fingers spread so that the weight is even on your thumb side and the pinky finger side. Claw the mat just a little to engage the mat. Make sure your hands, your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And for today, we're gonna curl our toes under, which means the toes will curl towards the knees and the ball of the foot will be pressing into the floor. Then from here, as you inhale, stretch your heart forward to the front of the room, stretch your butt up and back towards the back wall, and then exhale, push the earth away, round the back up like a scared cat, squeezing all the breath out. And then again, inhaling and extend the spine. Try to lengthen the spine, just don't dump the belly, but pull the abdominals in, get long, and then exhale and round. Now, Marty and Sherry will do a few more, going with their own breath, as I keep explaining just a few more things. This is to warm up your spine. This is to draw you in. It's to get you to move and link up with your breath. So take your time. Learn what your rhythm is for your breathing and then try to lengthen it. Stretch the sternum forward, draw the shoulders away from your ears. And then when you exhale, draw your abdominals all the way up like they were gonna touch your spine, stretching the lower back. We're gonna do a few more. Inhaling, exhaling. We'll do one more. Take a deep breath in as you stretch your sternum forward. As you exhale, round in. And then come to neutral. From here, take your hands and slide them out just a little in front of you, a few inches, so that you're leaning back and that your arms are shoulder width. Curl your toes under and then lift your knees up. Stretch your legs straight back. We're coming into dog pose. Dog is an upside down V. From here, bicycle your legs out. You can bend one leg, bend the other leg, shifting your hips. What this does is it just checks in with your lower back. It checks in with your hamstrings, helps to stretch your calf muscles. It's so nice to see how your body feels before you start moving. Take a few more breaths. You could even wag your tail from side to side. Perfect. And then come back to neutral. Bend your knees just a little and lift your sit bones up. Your sit bones are the bones that Come all the way down into your pelvis. Okay, they're the bottom of the pelvis. Stretch them up towards the ceiling, lift the belly. Now keep this, then try to straighten the legs back a little more. Don't worry if your heels touch the floor. They will one day. There's no rush. From here, we'll go into the flow so you can start to see what that means. You're gonna come forward into plank pose. A plank is a top of a push-up. Optional, Sherry, can you lower your knees? Sherry will lower her knees, lowering down to the floor, leading with the sternum. Marty can lower straight down. Come all the way down onto your stomachs, and we'll come into Cobra. Palms, fingers are spread. Palms, come back down one moment. We're gonna slide Sherry's hands back so the palms are in line with her chest. And then on the in-breath, lengthen the sternum forward and come all the way up into Cobra. On your exhale, come back into downward facing dog. We'll do that 2 more times. This is what we call the flow in the middle of the class. Inhale forward into plank. You have an option to lower your knees or keep the knees off the floor. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga means 4. You're lowering down, and then sweep through your arms into Cobra. Let the shoulders draw down the back, open the sternum up, and you take one more full breath. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. I think that's plenty. From here, begin to walk your feet all the way up to meet your hands. When you get to the top of your mat, separate your legs fairly wide, hold your elbows for a moment, and hang. Just let your head go. Bend the knees so that you don't pull on your hamstrings. Pull the belly in to protect your back, and you can just swing side to side a little. Shake your head out, yes and no. I love to move into my yoga practice slowly, methodically, check in with myself. Beautiful, you guys. Now let your arms go and roll up bone by bone. You're gonna start to just round through each vertebrae, coming all the way up to stand at the top of the mat. And now we're ready to begin to move a little more. Bring your feet about hip width apart. It's a fist if you need to measure, okay? Bring your arms by your side, sun breaths. Inhale, stretch your arms straight up. Lead with your chest, curl back a little if you like, looking at the back wall. Exhale and fold with a flat back, touch the floor. Let the head go, exhale fully. Inhale halfway, lengthen the spine. Touch something though, so maybe bend the knees a little if you need to. Lift the sternum, lengthen, hands are on the floor or blocks. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Stretch the sternum forward, come up with a flat back, come all the way up, lean back, shoulders down, tail down. Exhale, fold. We're gonna do just a few more. Ride your breath. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway. Bend the knees a little if you need to. Get the heart to extend to the front of the room. Exhale, bow. Let the head go towards the earth. Inhale, rise. Extend the spine. Lengthen it. You can stretch your arms out, curl back. As you exhale, fold. Lengthen. Fold with a flat back, heart forward. Fold from the hips. Inhale halfway, the shoulders move towards the back. Exhale, fold. Now on your inhale, it's important, lengthen up, lead with your heart. So lift your sternum up. Yeah, now come up with a flat back. Yes, there you go. Anchor the tail means drop it into the earth, curl back. Last one, exhale, fold. Make sure you're breathing, let the head go. Inhale, halfway, extend, get long, make something happen. Exhale, bow. Inhale and rise all the way up. Lead with the sternum, come all the way up, shoulders down. Exhale and fold. Let's add on. Inhale, halfway. Exhale your right leg back into a lunge. Stay on your fingertips. Your front knee's bent 90 degrees, the back leg is straight, the heel's up, and the legs do 2 actions. They squeeze together and they draw together. The abdominals pull into the back and the hips square. So we slide the left hip back to meet the right. From here, step back into downward facing dog. This is where we add in the flow. Inhale forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Sweep through your arms, coming into Cobra. Open the collarbone, shoulders down. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. To help open up the hamstrings and the legs a little more, on your inhale, float your right leg up and back. So lift your right leg up in the air. As you exhale, step it forward between your hands. If it doesn't go, help it. Pick the foot up, help it up between your hands, come back onto your fingertips, pause. Take one more full breath in. Exhale it out. On your inhale, step the left foot all the way up to the top of the mat and lengthen that spine. Exhale and fold. Let the head release to the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Drop the shoulders, lift the sternum up. Exhale and fold, touch the floor. Same thing, leading with the left leg. Inhale and lengthen first. Step your left leg back into a lunge. Pause for a moment. Square your hips off like we did before. Stretch your sternum forward so that the spine gets nice and long. Take one more breath, starting to open up the hips. And then step back into downward facing dog. On your in-breath, float through plank. Lift your core, keep those arms nice and strong, weight in the heels. Exhale as you lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, sweep through, drag your heart through your arms into Cobra. And then exhale, push the earth away, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, float your left leg up in the air. Open it up, get a nice stretch. Then exhale, step it forward. Remembering, if you need help, pick it up. It's okay. Drag that leg up, get in the position. Take one more full round of breath. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. On your in-breath, step your right leg up. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bow in deep. Inhale, rise, flat back, lengthen the spine, come all the way up. We're gonna add on to that. Exhale and fold, touch the floor. And there's no rush to get to the floor when the breath is done. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward through plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. And then inhale, sweep through your arms, roll over the toes, open the collarbones up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adding on to our lunge. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands and pause on your fingertips to hug the legs towards one another, right towards the midline. Take your hands, bring them up onto your top leg and pause. Maybe some of you want to stay here. If you feel stable, scoop your tail under, pull the belly in, and then stretch your arms all the way up. Your arms, they roll in towards you. So the biceps roll in, the shoulders draw down, the heart lifts up. Now you can bring your arms back a little more. Turn your palms in for today, Marty. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Now exhale, lean back and get long in the front of the body, stretching out the spine and the legs. And then exhale, touch the floor. Keep your left hand down. Take your right hand to your hip. We're gonna add in a twist also. Fingertips, push your left fingertips down into the floor and move your left rib cage up to the ceiling. Then extend your right arm overhead. Bring it straight towards the front of the room. Yeah, beautiful. Pushing into the hand, use strong legs not to collapse, and keep revolving. Lean the head back and the throat back a little to open up the front of the body. So see this arm, it rolls into the body and then overhead, stretching out that right side. Take one more breath. Use your exhale to twist and lean back, and then inhale, plant your hands. Exhale and just pause. Inhale, step your left leg up to meet the right. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Lead with the sternum. Anchor your tail. Shoulders down. Same thing. Exhale and fold. Fold at the hips. Follow the breath. Allow the head to release. Inhale, halfway, extend. Exhale your left leg back into a lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Now, at this point in the practice, optional flow. So you can go through the flow, which is plank, chaturanga, cobra, or like Sherry is, she's holding down dog. So please do what feels comfortable for you if your arms are sore or you find that you're losing the form. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands for a high lunge. Pause on your fingertips, hug the legs. You can place your hands on your left thigh or come right up and reach up through the fingertips. As you reach up, draw your shoulders down into the back of the heart and lead with the heart. The sternum's right here. Move that up to the ceiling as you start to curl back. Draw your legs together a little more. Inhale, lift the sternum up, and then extend and keep reaching. Find more freedom in the upper body, and then place your hands down on the floor. Take your right fingertips, push the earth away, and twist open. So you're twisting, lifting the right rib cage up to the ceiling. Stretch your left arm up first, and then roll the arm in, so the whole arm rolls towards you, stretching the left side of the body, and now you twist even more, and you can lean back a little. Lean the head back, yeah, and breathe. Beautiful. The legs stay strong, keep them lifted, keep twisting and extending and lengthening away from the legs. Take one more full breath. Use your exhale to go a little deeper, and then plant your hands. Big step up. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise all the way up. Come all the way up. Release your arms by your side. We're going to add on. First, interlace your fingers. So interlace your fingers behind your back and just separate your feet, at least one fist. Bend your elbows a little and bring your arm bone behind you. So you go like this, you roll the sternum open. Take one more full breath in, lift the chest up to the ceiling, and then exhale and fold over. Now as you fold, keep the chest wide. The shoulders, your shoulders are moving away from your ears. Your sternum is stretching. We're opening up the pec muscles and we're opening up the shoulders. Take one more breath. And then release your hands to the floor. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Step your right leg back, warrior two. Take your foot back, spin the back heel down 90 degrees. And we want to line up our feet heel to arch. So the front heel intersects the back arch. Bend deep into the front leg as if someone was going to sit on your left thigh, like it's a chair. Draw your arms onto the back, lift the sternum, bend deep into the front leg, reach back through your right leg, take one more deep breath in. Exhale deeper into the posture, and then take your right hand down your back leg. Flip your left hand up, and as you inhale, we call it reversed warrior. The goal in reversed warrior is to stretch open the right side, so stay deep in the posture. Lengthen back, opening up the whole side of the body, and then maybe twist a little to the ceiling. Twist open to the ceiling, just one more little inch, and then rest your left forearm on your thigh. This is called right angle, Parsvakonasana. Push the left arm down and start to twist open, moving the left rib cage towards the wall that you're looking at. From here, stretch your right arm overhead. Make sure the arm rotates in and then bring it towards your ear, opening up the right side. Keep weight in the back leg. Now the next option is take your left hand to the floor, inside or outside the leg. You don't have to do either. If you choose, you can. Looks like this. Or you can use a block. You're leaning back, get extended. Now here we go, strong legs. Inhale, warrior two, come all the way back up. And then exhale, touch the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Moving through the flow. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through your cobra, open the collarbones, open the front of the body, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on. Inhale, float your right leg up in the air. Get that stretch, let it float up. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, spin the back heel down. Make sure your feet are lined up, and then rise, warrior two. In warrior two, your hips are opening towards the wall that you're facing. Your right hip is scooping under and the knee bends deeper. So bend your right knee, keep going, but stretch back through the left leg to keep stability. Now lift up through the heart center, stretch out through your fingers. Take one more full breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. The left arm slides down, the right palm flips up. You draw the arm into the body and then extend. Keep the shoulder moving down. Keep the arm hugging in tight and breathe. Take your breath into that right side of your body, especially the areas that are tight. Take one more inhale, inhale, inhale. And then as you come down, rest your forearm for right angle. Push into your leg. Squeeze the legs together to create stability, and then start to twist open and lean back, lean back. Then take your left arm. It can go up first, but then the palm will turn in the arm, and then it goes overhead because we're stretching out the left side. Anchor your tail, drop the tail down. Now your right arm, it can come all the way down to the floor. Thank you, Marty. And then lean back a little more. Beautiful. Twist just a little more. Take one more full breath. You have to exhale it out. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, touch the floor and step back, down dog. Optional flow. The in-breath brings you into plank. The exhale is the chaturanga. Inhale, sweep through your arms, lift the sternum, the shoulders straight down, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Now take a breath here, 2 breaths, just a big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Yeah, one more like that. Take a breath in. Just checking in, making sure that we're still placing something special, that we still have that remembrance. From here, inhale your left leg up and back. Step your left foot forward for warrior two. Spin that back heel down and float up. Push the earth away to rise. Now find your posture, bending the front knee, extending into the back leg. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Come right back into right angle. Sweep your arm overhead, and you can slide the left hand down again inside or outside the leg, and breathe. The legs draw together, you're revolving open. Adding on to this sequence, strong legs. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale as you pause. From here, take your left hand to the floor on the pinky toe side of your foot, and you can bring your right hand to your hip. Okay, we're moving into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Place the left hand back near the heel and start to push that left leg straight. From here, see if you can open up towards the side, lean back, and then extend the right arm up. This posture is challenging if your hamstrings are tight. So like Sherry, you can use a block if you have it, or anything at home that will bring the floor up. A water bottle, a book, a box, whatever works for you. The legs squeeze together, the tailbone drops down, the belly lifts, and then you lean back, one more full breath, and then touch the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. On your in-breath, come forward to plank. Keep weight in the heels, lift the sternum, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, sweep through. So the inhale lengthens the spine, opens the collarbones, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two. Same sequence on this side. Our feet are lined up heel to arch, bending into the front leg, but anchored and rooted into the left leg. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. So you inhale and lift. The in-breath lengthens the side of the body while the shoulder draws down. Twist a little open towards the front of the room and up to get a little more length. And then right angle pose. Place your forearm on your thigh. And as you push the arm down, get a little twist on, then extend the arm up. Optional right hand to the floor. Even here, you can use a block if you want. Perfect. Okay? So please listen to your body. Strong legs here. On your in-breath, rise back up. Find warrior two, exhale and pause. Take your right hand, bring it to the floor. Bring your left hand to your hip. It just helps you to get prepared. Fingertips down. Begin to straighten your front leg, and you got to move the left hip way back towards the wall behind you, and then start to open up. In triangle pose, the right hip scoops under, comes underneath the body. The left hip moves back a little towards the wall behind you. Yeah, beautiful. The sternum lengthens and the legs keep hugging towards the midline all the way up into the core. And then you can even lean back a little more, just a little more, and then touch the floor. Beautiful. Touch the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale through plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, sweep through your arms, roll over the toes, lead with the sternum, not the chin. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward into a lunge. Bring your hands inside your right leg. So it's a lunge. You could walk your right leg off to the side a little so that you have some room to fit in. Lower your back knee. Lean your hips forward. Optional forearms. If you can come all the way down onto your forearms. If that's not available, you just walk your hands out a little and keep folding in. Or, like Marty and Sherry have, you can use a block. Whatever that looks like. Here, we're opening up the left side, the quadricep, the front of the leg. We're opening up the outer hip on the right side. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Breathe into the pelvis. Breathe into the full body. Exhale. Take 1 more. Full breath in. Exhale it out. Staying in this form, start to straighten your arms. Come all the way up so the spine is vertical. From here, bend your left leg and reach back with your right hand. Go to the pinky toe side of your foot. This is to open up your quads, okay? Start to curl the toes back and draw your heel to your outer left hip. If this is too hard, if you feel like I can't grab my foot, you can get a towel, or you can bring your hand up onto your left thigh like I'm doing to grab the foot. Now for the twist, you just lean your head back a little, Sherry, just like that. So you don't want to twist into it, we want to twist and lean away. 2 more breaths. And like Marty, you can revolve open even more, you can lean back more. Use your breath to inform the body. 1 more full breath in. Use the exhale to go a little deeper, and then plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. From here, come forward to plank, but we're not going to go through the flow. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your stomach. Separate your feet. Same for Cobra, same as you would do in Cobra. Toes press down into the floor. Interlace your fingers behind your back. When you interlace your knuckles, try to keep the heel of your hand together, just like that. Thumbs drape over, they don't cross. Now on your in-breath, inhale, lift the spine up and lengthen it forward and reach the knuckles up to the ceiling, but the shoulders draw down. So the shoulders are moving towards your lower back, but the sternum is extending, and breathe. I love to keep a slight bend in the elbows, yeah, so that we don't lock them and that we can lift up a little more, a little more, a little more, and then slowly release. Plant your hands, press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Other side. Step your left foot forward into a lunge. Remember, once the foot comes up, you can move your left foot out to the side so that it hugs your rib cage and you're on your fingertips. Lower the back knee and bring the hips forward towards the mat. But lift the abdominals to protect your lower back, and now start to come towards your forearms. And settle in. So you have, again, your block, or you can come to the floor. Breathe. Take this time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more full breath in. Breathe. Breathe full. Breathe well. And exhale. Stay in this form. Just straighten your arms, lifting the chest. Bend the back leg, that's your right leg, and reach back with your left arm. Open it up. Yeah. And then hold the pinky toe side of your foot. I'll help you. Let me keep going. There you go. And then curl your toes over your fingers to help give you a good hold. Now start to twist the right rib cage up to the ceiling and lean back. Now Marty came down on his forearm. This is the deepest expression, so feel free. You come onto your forearm, you start to twist, and as you twist, you extend. That means your sternum is always moving away from your pelvis. Take 1 more full breath in. Deep breath. Use your exhale to twist, 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 and then inhale to release. Step back into down dog. From here, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your stomach. Bend your knees for bow pose, Dhanurasana. Reach back with your hands, hold the outside of your foot, your ankle, with your hands, and then flex your feet back to anchor and get a good grip. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to kick your legs into your hands, and as you inhale, lift the sternum up towards the ceiling. Be mindful not to lead with your chin, which Sherry and Marty are doing so beautifully. Kick more to engage the hamstrings. Imagine someone's pulling your heels back towards the wall. Kick back a little more, pull your belly in. Now stretch your sternum up towards the ceiling, and then slowly release. Release your legs, plant your hands, and press back into downward facing dog. Moving on to our peak posture from here. Begin to walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat. And fold for a moment. Take a breath. Settle in. Beautiful. Big breath in. Exhale, let the head go. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Halfway, gaze out and down towards the earth. Exhale, fold. We'll do 1 more of those. Inhale, lengthen to massage the spine. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, rise all the way up. Big breath, come all the way up. Press into your feet. Now get taller. Lift the sternum, palms face one another. Now lift the heart up and gaze up. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Good. Coming down to the floor, moving into bridge pose. So you can just have a seat. And then lie down on your backs. Bend your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. So that may look like 2 fists, sometimes a little wider if your legs are tight on the outside. Okay? Plant your feet. Make sure they're not too close to your pelvis. Okay? That'll jam the knees. Plant your hands by your side on the mat, and this is bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips up. Press into your feet. So the feet push down, the hips lift, and the tailbone is reaching towards your knees. From here, roll your shoulders under and find this position that we've done twice already. Once standing and once on your stomach. Push your arms down into the floor, even press your head down. Be mindful not to tuck the chin and jam the neck. And now breathe. Move your breath. You want your breath up into your heart, right up into your sternum. Be mindful also not to over-engage the glutes. Try to lift the hips from inside. Take one more deep breath in. Then release your arms, hands down, and you roll down bone by bone into the mat so that each vertebrae touches the mat. And please leave your feet where they are. Resist the urge to hug your knees in. That's a lot of pressure on your lower back because we're going to do another one. From here, you could either come into full wheel or stay with bridge. We'll first start with bridge. Inhale, press the palms down, press the feet down. Feet press down, hips lift up. Full wheel, you plant your hands, fingers turn towards your shoulders, mat width. Then you come on the top of your head and pause. From that place, you breathe, you walk your hands back, and then you push the earth away and you inhale, rise. Beautiful. And breathe. Weight in the feet, weight in the hands, spine growing. Even here in bridge, your legs are lengthening to the front of the room and your heart is moving back towards your chin, but the chin is open. And then Marty, you can tuck your chin and you guys can start to lower down. Sherry, you can release your arms and come down. Now, bend your knees into your chest. Rock and roll on your spine. So rock toward your tailbone, rock toward your legs, maybe go over your head if that feels good. Rock and roll a little. And then you're going to rock all the way up to sit. And from here, see if you can cross your ankles. Pull the feet in nice and tight. Lean forward, plant your hands, and step right back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Down dog is a great stretch after back bending. It's not a deep forward bend, but it's enough to release the lower back. Step your right foot forward for Parsvakonasana. That's code word for straighten both legs. I like to joke a little. Square your hips. Beautiful. Let your head go, and now bow. Inhale. Your feet, your front foot is pointing straight forward. Your back foot is slightly turned out. It's not on a tightrope. Then the legs squeeze towards the midline, towards one another, and the right hip rolls back. So we're trying to square the hips, and in doing this, it's going to release the lower back. Take one more breath. Exhale it out. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, get the sternum long. Now step your left leg up to meet the right. Feet are separated though, and then exhale, bow. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Yeah, start to take it down. One more. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last time for the other leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step your right leg back for Parsvakonasana. Intense flank stretch. So this part of the body is the flank. And you're stretching. It's an intense stretch on the lower back muscles. Your left foot points forward. Your right foot is slightly out. Now drag them together so that this heel wants to touch this arch. Just turn your foot out just a little, Marty. Perfect. So there's a slight turnout to keep stability in the back leg. From that place, you start to drag your left hip back. Move the right hip down and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Once you get the alignment of the posture, then you use your breath to go deeper in, deeper and deeper. Now one more full breath, one more. As you exhale, let it go. Bow deeper. Beautiful. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Step your right leg up to meet the left and then fold in. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. One more breath. Inhale halfway. And then from here, bend your knees and see if you can bring your hands behind you and come all the way down to sit. And if that doesn't work for you, just come to sit down. Slide your legs straight out in front of you for a basic twist. Left leg will stay straight. Keep your foot flexed up to the ceiling. Bend your right leg and plant your right foot right over the leg. Take your right arm and bring it behind you. And make sure that you're not leaning on the hand, but you're using it to lift the right side of the body. Take your left hand, cross it either over your right knee or hug it, and then lengthen the spine and twist. Optional to bend the bottom leg in also. Okay? And breathe. As you squeeze your legs together, the inner thighs want to touch. Inhale, lengthen your spine all the way to the crown of the head. And then exhale, move your left rib cage around. Take one more breath. Inhale, get longer, get tall. As you exhale, move the left rib cage around, pull the right back, squeezing all the breath out, massaging the organs, and releasing the lower lumbar. Inhale to release, come all the way around. Awesome. Other side. Slide your right leg out. Make sure your right leg is straight, feet flexed, left foot plants. This left foot also, push it down. Don't just let it hang. Hug it in, engage it. Push down. Now lift up, get tall. Take your left hand, fingertips turn out. Right arm either hugs or comes over. Optional, bend the bottom leg in. You can bend your knee in. Inhale, lengthen. And now as you exhale, move from the right rib cage. So as you twist, you want to lengthen the spine. Beautiful. And then move from here. And again, inhale, get long. Rotate from the spine again. So it's the right rib cage that's moving around. Last breath. Inhale, get as long as you can. Extend the spine. Exhale, twist deeper, deeper, like wringing out a wet rag. And then inhale to release. Coming back to center. Ending with a forward fold. Bend your knees a little, just a little. Take your hands and see if you can move the meaty part away from your sit bones. And if you rock back and forth, you can actually feel the bones in your pelvis. Okay? From here, grab the pinky toe side of your foot and lean forward. Now, this may feel like a good hamstring stretch for you. Lift the chest up. From here, begin to slide your legs out. Slide them out a little. And then pause. Lift the spine. Now slide them out a little more. Lift the lower back. So that lower back is extending. Nice. Marty has a great extension in the lower back. And now he can keep straightening his legs out, lifting his sternum up, and lengthening from the lower back. Once you lose the length in the lower back, stop. It's not about how straight the legs go. Now breathe. Inhale. It's about keeping length in the spine and then stretching the hamstrings. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You have 2 more breaths. Think, inhale, can I get any longer? As you exhale, you can bend your arms, you guys, now, and pull yourself forward, forward, bringing your forehead towards your toes one day. Inhale. Exhale, settle in. Moving to the end of our practice, take 1 more full breath in. Exhale it all the way out. And then inhale to come all the way up. From here, I'm going to add in 1 Pilates thing. It's a roll down. Straighten your arms like this. Take a breath in. And this is just to lower you down to the mat. Let your head go. Look into your belly. Now roll down with control. You roll down through each vertebrae. It's called a roll down, pulling your abdominals in, coming all the way into Savasana. It's our final resting posture, coming all the way down. Then make sure you're on your mat and you're comfortable. Your legs for Savasana. Make sure that your legs are open, they're loose. You just let them hang, let them go. You can roll your shoulders under a little and wiggle side to side, making sure that the shoulders are released, relaxed. And then turn your head from side to side and find that nice, comfortable spot in which your head kind of feels like it just falls right into the earth, right into the floor. Savasana is, in my opinion, the most important posture in yoga. It's a posture that says rest. It's a posture of honoring, but you have to stay conscious. You breathe and you're so aware of what is going on, but you are also sleeping and turning in and allowing your body to assimilate and to connect to all the work that you've done today. So this is an honoring posture. So please feel free to stay in your Savasana as long as you want. It's the best part of yoga. It's the best treat to give yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today for Vinyasa. Namaste.